Something shocking just happened in Budapest, and it has the internet buzzing like never before. Kylie Jenner, one of the most powerful names in the Kardashian-Jenner empire, says she lost her phone in the Hungarian River. But here's where it gets wild. People think this wasn't an accident at all. What if this was her way of erasing evidence before a high-profile court case? And what if her boyfriend, Timothée Chalamet, was right there to back up her story? Grab your popcorn, because this is not just another celebrity mishap. This could change everything we thought we knew about Kylie, Timothée, and even the Megan Thee Stallion case.
I saw this story. In the Hungarian River, she lost everything. Photos, TikTok drafts.
Stay tuned until the very end, because the connections we're about to unravel will leave you speechless. The strange confession. In what seemed like an ordinary vlog moment, Kylie casually shared something that stopped fans in their tracks. She told the story of losing her phone during a trip to Budapest, saying it slipped into the river and erased her entire digital life. Photos, messages, videos, even TikTok drafts. At first glance, it sounded like an innocent slip-up that anyone could relate to, but the way she described it felt oddly scripted, almost as if she wanted the world to know everything was gone forever. This is where the story takes a strange turn. In today's world, losing a phone doesn't usually mean losing everything. Apple and Google's cloud backups are designed to make sure that even if your device disappears into the ocean, you can restore everything within minutes.
Like if you lose your phone, you can go and sign into an iCloud and everything will be restored. So people have a theory that Kylie is trying to get rid of evidence.
Kylie, one of the wealthiest and most tech-savvy influencers on the planet, would certainly know this. So why emphasize that her memories, files, and conversations were completely wiped? Fans immediately began questioning her motives. Was this a dramatic attempt to play up a relatable moment? Or was she carefully planting the idea that her device no longer holds any valuable information? The way she leaned into the story, repeating that her background was now empty and that she had no photos, only added fuel to the fire. It wasn't just what she said, but how determined she seemed to make sure her followers believed nothing remained.
It was a year of content. All my text messages, everything. I don't even have a background. Like, this is my background, because I don't have any photos.
And when you look at the bigger picture, the timing of this confession lines up with some very serious legal developments. Enter Timothée Chalamet. Here's where it gets even more complicated. Kylie wasn't traveling alone when this so-called accident happened. She was in Budapest visiting her boyfriend, actor Timothée Chalamet, who is currently filming there. That instantly raised eyebrows, because suddenly her story had an automatic witness. If Kylie is ever questioned about what happened to her phone, she can simply say, Timothée saw it with his own eyes. It's the perfect setup for an alibi, one that makes her explanation harder to challenge. But here's the million-dollar question. Does Timothée even realize what role he's being placed in? Was he just enjoying a trip with his girlfriend? Or was he unknowingly positioned as the person who could back up her narrative if things get heated in court? Fans are divided. Some believe Kylie deliberately made sure to be with him during this accident to strengthen her story. Others think Timothée may have been blindsided, caught in the middle of something much bigger than he signed up for. The speculation doesn't stop there. Observers point out that Kylie chose to announce this event so publicly, almost making sure the media would latch onto it. If Timothée was present, then the story instantly gains credibility in the eyes of fans and reporters alike. And considering how carefully the Kardashian-Jenner family controls their image, nothing about this feels random. Was this truly a clumsy moment during a romantic getaway? Or was Kylie using her Hollywood boyfriend as the ultimate backup in case questions about her digital trail arise? The Megan Thee Stallion connection. So why does Kylie's missing phone matter so much? Because her name has been linked to one of the most high-profile cases in recent years, the Megan Thee Stallion defamation trial. To rewind a bit, Megan accused Tory Lanez of firing a shot at her during a heated moment in 2020. The drama that followed rocked the music industry. And Kylie was right in the middle of it all, because she was the host of the pool party where everything allegedly began.
This man screaming, he said, dance, and he started shooting, and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times.
Now, fast forward to today, and reports suggest Kylie Jenner, along with Joe Budden, could be listed as potential witnesses in Megan's case. That instantly raises the stakes. If Kylie really is brought into court, her digital communications could become crucial evidence. Think about it: text messages exchanged during the party, private videos saved on her phone, or even conversations afterward that might paint a clearer picture of what happened. That's the kind of material lawyers would fight tooth and nail to get access to. Here's where things get interesting. Rumors have circulated for years that some sort of video or security footage from that infamous night mysteriously vanished. And now, Kylie is making it public that her own phone, which may have contained conversations tied to those events, just happened to disappear into the river at the perfect time. To her fans, it looks like bad luck. To critics, it looks like strategic timing. If she is summoned to testify, she could easily shrug and say, "Sorry, the evidence is gone." But would a judge or jury buy that explanation? That's the billion-dollar question. Deja vu, the Travis Scott pattern. If you're thinking this story sounds familiar, you're absolutely right. Kylie's ex, Travis Scott, faced his own storm of controversy after the Astroworld tragedy. And what happened then? Reports circulated that Travis had lost his phone in the Gulf of Mexico.
Her baby daddy, Travis Scott, dropped his phone in the Gulf of Mexico. I think it's the Gulf of America now.
Conveniently making it harder for investigators to dig through his private records. To many, that seemed like an oddly timed accident. Now we're seeing history repeat itself, this time with Kylie. Fans can't ignore the striking similarity between the two stories, both linked to legal heat, both tied to phones disappearing in bodies of water, and both happening at moments when private data might have been critical. It's almost as if a playbook exists. When pressure rises, the device disappears. But here's where it gets even more suspicious. Kylie didn't just lose her phone in any random place, she lost it abroad, in the Danube River, far away from American jurisdiction. That means retrieving the device, if it even still exists, would be nearly impossible for US authorities. It feels almost too convenient, especially considering the Kardashian-Jenners have built their entire empire on meticulous planning, tight PR control, and the ability to shift public opinion overnight. For fans, this raises serious questions. Is this just an eerie coincidence? Or are we watching a family pattern unfold in real time? Could this be a deliberate tactic to protect their empire when legal scrutiny looms? Whatever the answer, the timing is impossible to ignore. Kylie's phone accident is now being compared directly to Travis's Gulf of Mexico incident, and the similarities are making people wonder if there's a larger strategy at play behind the scenes. Blind items, breakup rumors, and PR stunts. Breakup chatter swirled for weeks. Then Kylie suddenly appeared in Budapest, and the story instantly shifted from "Are they over?" to "Where did the phone go?" Fans think that was the point. Be seen with Timothée to mute the split rumors and drop a headline that explains why her device and everything on it can't be checked. The family has a history of turning problems into plot lines, and this timing felt engineered. Did Timothée knowingly play co-star in a damage control moment, or was he just nearby while a bigger PR move unfolded? What's striking is how quickly public attention flipped. Instead of questions about their relationship, people debated whether Kylie had staged a phone accident. In a single trip, she buried one rumor and sparked another. Exactly the kind of narrative shift the Kardashian-Jenners have mastered for years. And that's the genius of the move. No matter how suspicious it looks, Kylie is once again at the center of the conversation, steering the headlines on her own terms. The more people speculate, the more control she seems to have over the narrative. The Diddy connection. Timothée's circle reportedly overlaps with Diddy's via party photos and mutual friends like Kevin Hart, which raises eyebrows given recent controversies. If Kylie's phone held messages touching that network, losing the device in Europe suddenly looks very strategic. Add in blind items about Timothée changing numbers, and the picture sharpens. The river drop might protect more than one person. Was this only about the upcoming court spotlight? Or also about preventing new headlines from connecting unexpected dots? Observers can't ignore the timing. Just as court dates approach, Kylie takes a high-profile trip abroad and comes back with a story that neatly removes her phone from the equation. It's almost as if she erased two problems at once: legal risks for herself and uncomfortable associations for Timothée. And that's where fans get uneasy. If the story is true, fine. But if it's staged, then this accident might have been designed to bury more than evidence. It could also be about burying connections Hollywood doesn't want exposed. What's really at stake? So what exactly could Kylie's phone have held? Fans believe it wasn't just selfies or TikTok drafts. It may have contained texts, videos, or private conversations tied to the Meghan case, or even links to Timothée's Hollywood circle. Any of that could have been explosive if revealed in court. What makes this stranger is how calmly Kylie shared the loss, repeating that everything was gone, as if she wanted it cemented in people's minds. Most would panic about losing family photos or memories, but she seemed almost relieved. To critics, that signals strategy, not accident. And here's the twist. If her phone truly contains sensitive information, losing it abroad makes the situation even harder to untangle. The Danube is far from U.S. jurisdiction, meaning investigators can't easily recover the device. And even if they tried, legal teams could delay or block access to backup data. That's why many believe this wasn't just about avoiding embarrassment. It could have been a move to protect her image, shield Timothée from unwanted attention, and ensure that certain Hollywood connections never see the light of day. In other words, the phone didn't just fall into the river, it may have taken the truth with it, the unanswered questions. At the end of the day, one question remains. Did Kylie Jenner really lose her phone? Or did she orchestrate one of the most perfectly timed accidents we've ever seen? The story of the Hungarian River has become more than just a quirky anecdote. It's now a potential shield against subpoenas, a way to dodge digital evidence, and maybe even a strategy to protect both her reputation and her relationship. If she does end up being called to testify in Megan Thee Stallion's case, imagine her sitting in court, repeating the same line. The phone is gone, nothing can be recovered. For fans, it sounds suspicious. For critics, it feels like a move straight out of the Kardashian playbook. Erase the trail before anyone can follow it. And then there's the Timothée factor. Was he a supportive boyfriend, unknowingly caught in the middle? Or was he placed in the perfect position to back up her story if lawyers come knocking? Add in the rumored links to Diddy's circle and the eerie resemblance to Travis Scott's lost phone years ago. And suddenly, this isn't just about Kylie. It's about a pattern of power, influence, and calculated survival in Hollywood. The truth may never float back up from the bottom of the Danube, but one thing's certain, this saga is far from over. Will Kylie's excuse hold up under legal pressure? Or will the cracks in her story finally split wide open? Drop your thoughts below, because the next twist in this drama could shake not just the Kardashians, but the entire celebrity world. And if you don't want to miss that twist, make sure you hit subscribe right now, because the next chapter in this story is coming fast, and you'll want to be here when it breaks.